Okay, welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. There's been a slight change in plans. Instead of doing SSIS, I'm going to do some. I'm going to do a little bit of data visualization using gnuplot and Emacs. Okay, before we get started, one thing I wanted to show you here. You can still find it. If you stay tuned to the end of the video, I'm going to be talking about my experience using YouTube promotions. Okay, so be sure to hang around to the end of this video. Okay, anyway, let's come back over here now, over to our screen over here. The data the data as usual is coming from our world in data. Again, if you're interested in the big picture item, the big picture, okay. So we're kind of picking up where we left off the other night. That is, we're just trying to tweak some of the code a little bit to get it to do what we want. So why am I doing India? Well, the reason is, just to give you a little taste of my promotion. If you hang around to the end, I'm going to tell you about my experience using YouTube promotion service. Okay, but suffice it to say that if you look at the numbers, almost half of the subscribers, half of the views, come from India. I'm going to leave it right there for a moment, which is why I'm going to try to attract even maybe a few more viewers from India by actually doing videos targeting them. Okay, so anyway, let's take a look at this. I'm not going to go and try to explain the code to you here. I will say that a lot of times I use cut and sort and unique and Emacs, of course, to pull the columns out I'm only interested in. And of course, scrap. Okay. So anyway, let's see if we can create this. I narrowed India down to just India lower and lower middle income. Okay, let's see what happens up here. Of course, this is Emacs. I'm using a gnuplot mode. Let's see if this works. Okay. The obvious question is, why didn't that work? So what we'll do, we'll come down here. Now there shouldn't be okay, for whatever reason, this isn't working. And it probably has something to do with This is the daily. Now you can see the trouble is that India lower middle lower. Okay. What we need to do, we need to take the these collars here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Make the collars more transparent. Okay. So let's come over here to let's also start the recording here. Okay, so here we are. Back over to our good friend at ChatGPT. Of course, I'll be glad to help you, ChatGPT. Of course I can help you with that. Okay, good. What is it, meta W, right? Interesting, okay. Edit, copy. RGB alpha. Okay, good. Let's go over here then. You can adjust the value to increase or decrease transparency. And 0, 0, the first two digits, 0, 0, represent the amount of red, the next two the amount of green, and so forth, okay? And 80% alpha. There we go. So, let's come back up here then. Let's run this. Let's try this again. I'm not sure if that's the correct one. Okay. Still not. Well, that's ridiculous. India. So, why is it 80? Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get rid of both of these right here. We don't need this then. I see. I don't see any transparency in that at all. Okay. Let's go the other. Let's go the other direction. Let's go. What about 20? The other thing is, why is this filled in for in the first place? It's just a line. Let's try this then. Let's come up here. Let's make this 0, 0 then. Okay. For whatever reason, that isn't actually, it doesn't want to work. Even though we took it all the way down to 0, okay? See, because that doesn't make any sense there, does it? And that's, of course, that little number right there could have confused it a little bit. Right, the first column is the total column, the cumulative total to date. The second column is the daily numbers. So we're currently looking at the daily numbers here, right? All right, total cases, 1, 2, 3. Let's make this one 0, 0. Okay, let's try this. Let's do something a little crazy. So, India would fall within the lower middle income brackets, I guess, worldwide. Let's go with that. Let's come back up here. Now, I understand why the daily numbers are filled in, and the what we can do up here. We're just going to do this. Total cases. No, I don't know. Let's come back up here and do one more time. Daily cases. All right. Okay, we're going to call that one a wrap. Back up here and make this total cases. Total cases. Actually, it's 3. Right? Is that actually right? Interesting. Hmm. The obvious question, does that make sense? Well, you know what? Let's just run with this. Let's go over here. Let's take a quick screenshot of. Okay, so this kind of fits. I mean, you can see that overall, India is below the lower middle income group. Let's come back over here then. Okay. That ends part one of this session tonight. So let's just take a brief moment to bring it to a close. And then I'll give you my brief experience using promotions, okay? Now what is a promotion? Oh, promotion is essentially paid advertising. You're paying, uh, you're paying, uh, you're paying, uh, you're paying YouTube to put an individual video basically on the front and center on, in the first case over here. This means that so I did two things. First, I did the $200 thing, which is like 5, 6, 7, 8 days, I think it was. And you can see for $200, I got over 1 million impressions, 23,000 views, and 3,249 subscriptions. I basically went from maybe, I don't know, well, I believe I had like 4,000, like 6,000 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers using these two promotions. But if the people don't come back the next day and watch another video, it doesn't really do you a lot of good. Or if they're not, if they're simply going to the video, clicking subscribe, clicking like, and watching 30 seconds and leave, well, that doesn't do you a lot of good either. Because what you want is you want these people to, who see what they like, watch it, and then come back and look for that video that has to do with a subject that interests them. And what is interesting about this is that somewhere between say 40 and 50% of the responders, of the people who did click on the video, are from India. Okay, and if you go, let's see if we can actually find that over here. Let's see. So you can see in the second one up here, I had 330. This was a 2-day one, Friday, Saturday, and this is now Sunday, and it's still going on. So it may go from 2 days from the time you click. You submit the thing to if I put a promotion up at 1 a.m., it'll run for 2 days. It'll run to 1 a.m. I guess 2 days from now. Okay, so I apparently have a little bit of time, but you see now I have over 998 more subscribers. Okay, so what's the total there? Total subscribers. So we got 3, 2, 4, 9 plus 998. So between these two promotions, I got 4,200 plus subscribers. But again, if it's just let's come over here. Let's come over here. Take a look down here. Let's take a look down here. Our first promotion was importing Excel data into SSIS. According to metrics, what we're looking for is reach, I guess. And you can see, yeah, you can see it really picked up here. This is views, then we said subscribers. And on the 15th. Okay, let's see. Reach. %were through the advertising. 81% here. LinkedIn, interestingly enough, a lot of them do appear to come from LinkedIn, which is kind of curious. Let's see, engagement. Okay. Audience. Not subscribed. 32% of the people are from India. Hang on 1 second here. Okay, and there you can see, okay, reach, age is 25 to 34, let's see, so the question is, where's the United States? You see this? Iraq and Lebanon? Vietnam? Why is Vietnam there for? It's interesting. Where's the U.S.? Okay, where's the U.S.? So you can see here, big spike over here on the 28th. My first promotion ended around the 9th. Then we got this one back over here. The next highest one is kind of interesting. I wonder if this has something to do with the time of day or something like that. So here's, this would be kind of interesting to post a promotion about the promotions. Post this video about the promotions. Did I start the thing right here? No, see. So how would that be? How about if I posted this video about the promotions? Okay. So the question, is it really worth it? Well, basically, I would say no. I mean, I'm not going to get enough subscribers to get me a silver button. Uh, you know, I probably spent more. I probably spent my next month's uh, my next payoff from YouTube. Okay, so this is good for them because they because they get to view gender, a few females, viewer age, any cities. Oh, this is interesting. Amman, Jordan has the most views. Beirut, Lebanon, Bangladesh. Interesting. Geography. Yeah, I looked at that, didn't we? India still has the most views and stuff, which I always find is kind of interesting. YouTube advertising. 99.6% of these views came from YouTube advertising. Well, that sounds kind of curious, doesn't it? So let's come back over here. Let's take a look at our smaller take a look at our smaller one. Here's the other one. Over you can see here, so that it started on the 11th, and as it ended, typical in this period. So I had what? YouTube advertising, right? Let's come down here. The click-through rate isn't very good. Subscribers. View 7.4 thousand. Reach. Google search. Bing. Interesting. Postgres. SSIS. Engagement. Audience. Bangladesh. Oh, that's interesting. Pakistan, India, Indonesia, Iraq. Now what I do is I actually got this idea from another video. I basically select every single country they have. You know, you can't say, well, I only want English United States and English speaking countries. Let's just take a look. Let's see if the U.S. is here. So the question is this: are these promotions actually showing in the U.S. or Canada or England or Australia? So you wonder why Bangladesh led the pack with this one here, don't you? India's still there around 15.4%. Cities. Most are just seem to fit this thing right here. Viewer gender. Now. Now, why is Android interesting? Because if you go on YouTube and you search for things like click farm or engagement services, you'll find a lot of videos about these they're called click farms, and it's basically you have there, and you have a raw of 50, 100, 200 cell phones, okay, and they'll go through and somehow they find out about my video, and you go through and they click on all these phones. You have 100 phones, you get 100 views and 100 subscriptions, okay? And of course, if you look at it, nothing for Windows, 2 for iOS, all right, and 2,725 for Android. Of course, Android is strictly a cell phone product, right? So this, and again, if you go to YouTube and search for, click farms, engagement farm, engagement services, you'll see videos saying, hey, India has a problem with this. But the real question is, why doesn't YouTube have a problem with this? Well, the problem is, of course, even if you only watch the first 15, 20, 30 seconds of each video, that's still one ad. Because when someone clicks on my video, the first thing they're probably going to see is an ad. And they have to stay on there, I believe, for like 10, 20 seconds in order for it to count as a view. So again, Android has the most clicks. All right, by far. It's nothing else is even close. Obviously, it's not iOS because iOS is too expensive. You go out and buy 100 cheap Android phones with data access. Anyway, I'll leave it up to you what you think. Okay, if you drop some drop some comments in the channel below. Okay.